Hey, what's going on? How are we today? So, what we're going to talk about today, real quick, and this is not going to be a real long live. I just wanted to come on. So, I know a lot of people are really fed up with AdSense. You know, they get a ton of views, but they don't make any money. And the reason they probably don't is because they don't understand that there is, it's almost like a little dirty secret, to be honest with you. And it's something most people just don't understand. And it's this. All right, and I probably should make this much smaller so you can see it and I can see it. As you can see, I didn't do a whole lot of pre-production here. But I want you to look at this. So the average, let's bring it up like this, okay? So the average, $2 to $6 per 1,000 views. So in order to earn even $4,000 a year, you need 1 million views. And I don't know about you, but I know a lot of people would struggle to get 1 million views in a year. I know I would, but I'm not worried about that. But they would struggle to get that. And so when you start thinking about that and you realize that they're not, the math doesn't work. Do you know what I'm saying? The math right there makes it almost impossible. And here's why, and I don't know why that's so big. I don't want it that big. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's so big. Really, I probably should just move it over. Nope, that's not going to do it. Well, anyway, so I don't know why this came out so big. I'll be honest with you. But, hey, this is live, right? So this is how we do it. And hopefully you can see this. So the algorithm rewards a certain type of channel. Gaming, reactions, gossip, entertainment, those type of things. But who gets left behind is the educational creator. That's the person who's coaching people, who's consulting with people, who is trying to give maybe financial advice or HR advice or leadership or software advice or crafting, something like that. And so what they're left with, unfortunately, is they're left with the crumbs because the algorithm wasn't built for you if you are an educational creator. It absolutely was not built for you. So what I've tried to do is I have tried to create something to help you. And what it's doing is it's helping you create an offer that will be something that somebody wants. Right? Because here is the model. Here's the model. All right, and I should just do it like this. There we go. Here's the model. Look at that. Woo, there I am. So, but what we're really trying to do, I mean, let's go back to where we were here, because what we're trying to do is understand that it's not you, it's the model that is broken. Right? Because here was the old model. And I know this has taken a long time, guys, and I'm sorry I didn't have my stuff real ready here. But the old model was your audience, advertisers, and then you end up getting the crumbs. But the new model is your knowledge, your audience, and then you get paid monthly. Well, how do you get paid monthly? How does that work? Well, the new way that it works from 2026 and beyond is this. And it's called School. And if you're not familiar with what School is, then let me tell you a little bit about it. School, for those of you who don't know, School is a learning platform, but it is so much more than that, because it's a place where, just like it shows in here, you can have a community, a classroom, and a calendar, right? So you have all this stuff, and I don't know why that's all jacked up, but we're going to move this over here. There we go. So you have a community, a classroom, and a calendar. And you also have a way to collect cash. So what happens is people come to your classroom, or they come to your community, and you have a way to teach them the same things, but in greater depth than you are on your YouTube channel. So what it means is they're paying for your knowledge. The platform isn't paying for views to you. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And, I'll check and see if we have any comments. It doesn't look like that we do currently. So what it's doing is it's freeing you up, right? It's allowing you to go ahead and do what you need to do to share content that you're happy about, but you can then also take that content and turn it into monthly recurring revenue, because the same people get to see that content every single month. And not only do they get to see the content, but they also get to hang out with you personally. Now, I don't know about you, but there's plenty of YouTubers that I have looked at, and I have looked at their videos, and I was like, man, it would be cool to hang out with that person, or it would be cool to get to know that person better. Well, this allows you to do that. This allows you to become the person, right, that they want to hang out with. And they'll pay for that privilege. If you're teaching them something, if they like you, and you're teaching them something that they really, really want to learn, they're going to want to hang out with you. And that's where a membership group like in School comes from. And all you do is you set up a page like this so people can see, and then they come to the page, right? For example, my page is Educational Creators 40 Plus Who Can't Make AdSense Work, but they want to make $1,000 a month. Imagine monetizing less than 1% of your audience. So I want you to think about it in this way. Let me go here. And hopefully you can see this. Yes, you can see this. So this is my YouTube channel. Now, you can see from my YouTube channel that I've only got about 1,200 subscribers. It's not a big deal. I don't have a huge audience, and I'm not getting tons of views. And now you can see right now, if you're not happy with your AdSense, that's what this is. But the point is, I have somewhere to send people. And if you look, it's right there. Get paid for what you know, not how often you post or how many views you get. And it's for educational creators stuck, I'd like to say 40 plus, in the AdSense trap. AdSense pays you $0, or maybe AdSense will pay you, $60. But your audience on a monthly basis would pay you so much more if you know how to monetize those people. So that's why we created the Creator Cash Flow Circle. That's exactly why we did it. Because we saw all these people that have great educational content, and then they weren't able to monetize it. And so if you look at what some of these folks here with the green check marks, look at those folks. Look at Ray. Ray's age 66. Here's what Ray said. Ray said, my MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue, because that's what we're interested in, my monthly recurring revenue was over $1,300 in 1 month. And if I'm going to brag on myself just a little bit, he said, I watched Chuck on TikTok live for several weeks, if not months, and my only regret was not jumping in and starting my own community sooner. Watching and waiting for the right time, I literally wasted weeks, and I probably cost myself thousands of dollars. Then you have my friend Cindy, who has a large audience, not on YouTube, but she has a large audience on TikTok. And in her first 4 days, she gained 13 students at $97. And then by day 30, she had 30 students, because hers is more of a teaching classroom type, because she teaches English as a second language. And she made over $3K in monthly recurring revenue within 30 days. And she was just happy that I shared some insight with a platform that is much more monetizable than YouTube or even TikTok. So you look at those people and you look at what they were able to do, and what they did is they took their audience from one source and they monetized it in another place. Like, for example, let's go woodworking. Let's go, where's my buddy? Where's my buddy Clayton? Where's my guy? I don't see him. Where's my guy Clayton? Let's see. What was he? He was, oh. There it was. Sawdust and lug nuts. So here's my guy Clayton, right? And that's his sons. Now, my man has 15,000 subscribers, but I want you to look at some of his videos. Let's go to him. He's got 15,000 subscribers, but some of his videos, 10,000, 31,000, 4,000, 7,200, 38,000, 102,000 views, right? These are his most popular. 94,000 views. But guess what kind of money he made for that? Zero. And so what I told him to do was to go ahead and start your own school community. Because then what you can do is you can have people find you and want to spend time with you, and then they can do that inside of his school group. And with 15,000 people, if he monetized 1% of those people at $49 a month, let's just say, because I don't know about you, would you, if you wanted to learn woodworking, would you pay $49 a month to learn it? From somebody who's been doing it for 20 years and makes incredible stuff? Of course you would, right? So I don't believe I have a calculator here, but think if you had a calculator, and I'm going to actually use my phone. So he's got 15,900 subscribers. If you divide, or not divide, but if you took only 0.1%, that would be 1,590. But if you divided that again by 10, you're talking about 154 people, right? Something like that. So if he monetized 154 people at $49 a month, that's $7,500 a month in income. Now look, I'm not promising that, but if you have a large social media following, you need to be on school, because Alex Hormozi himself did this. And let me show you this. So we'll get out of the old model here. But see, that's the old model. The old model is the AdSense and all of that stuff. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the new model. And if you have not even heard of school, I want to show you what Hormozi is doing. And let me just bring this up here for you so you can see this, because this is really exciting, what they are doing. Where is it here? Gots to find it. All right, there we go. Where are we here? There we go. All right, so hopefully you can see this. There. A huge opportunity for content creators, and I'm going to leave with this because this is where I think you need to check this out. I'm looking to partner with a small elite group of educational content creators with over 100,000 followers. Now, most of the people I work with obviously don't have 100,000 followers, but if you do have 100,000 followers, you need to check this out. Why? Because in May, school added over 1,258,400 and what is that? 66 subscribers. And so that adds, so now we're at 27 million users of the school platform. And he said, think of these people as buyers. So he said, we need more high quality content creators to send them to. Otherwise, we risk losing them. And we paid a lot of money to get them because school runs ads. So we're looking at our highest quality creators making $100,000 a month or more. And again, I know this is not everybody, but this is a huge opportunity. If you are a huge creator and you don't know about school, this is a huge opportunity that you are missing out on. And so why I think that is so crucial is because you're leaving money on the table, right? You are leaving money on the table by not being in school. So how do you rectify that? Well, it's quite simple, actually. You just come over here. You join the school community. You join my school community. You try it out for 7 days. And then after that, it's only $5 a month. Now, what you get is a 3-day startup to start your school. You get a free one-on-one strategy session if you use my link to start your school. You get bi-weekly welcome calls. You get branding templates. And you get to connect with other people who are also content creators who are trying to build a recurring source of revenue. And then we've got an upgrade that's, for the people that want to do it quicker. And, they're more serious about the activities and that kind of thing. But that's what you do. You jump in there and you test it out for 7 days. Because one of the things I like to tell people is that you can't make an informed decision from the outside. You can only make an informed decision on anything from the inside. And the only way you get on the inside is to do the free trial. And at the end of 7 days, if it's not for you, great. It's all right. But if it is for you and you decide to stay, well, it's only $5 a month and you can cancel at any time. But what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to pick a topic that people will pay for with our school offer coach. It's a GPT, which is right here. And this is exclusive. You can only get this inside of my community. But you're going to get that school offer coach, GPT. We're going to help you set up your school group. We're going to help you get your first paying members from people you already know. Again, imagine if you even have 5,000 subs and you were able to monetize 1% of those people. That's 50. 50 at $50. That's $2,500 a month. That's way better than you're going to get out of AdSense. So if you want to learn how to do this, jump on over to the school group. And otherwise, we're going to go ahead and wrap things up for tonight because I don't want to talk too long here. So again, if you want to join Creator Cashflow, the link is in my bio. If you want to start your own community, the link is in my bio. And again, if you use my link to start your community, I'll jump on a one-on-one call with you. Okay? All right, guys. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.